I said he doesn't like the United States. He does not pull for the country, and we know from the evidence that that is highly likely to be true.
Who does he like?
He did everything good to get out of draft. He says the country is fat slobs. He says his own people are poorly educated. He doesn't like our laws. He doesn't like our friends. He doesn't like our alliances.
He likes North Korea.
He doesn't like soldiers. He told General Kelly that soldiers were fools.
James Carville just exposed the weird bromance between Elon Musk and Donald Trump that nobody was talking about. They're not rebels, Carville declared on live TV. They're clowns and gold-plated Teslas selling you the same scam in different packaging. Trump immediately erupted on social media, but Carville's words can't be unheard. Is the Democratic strategist right? Are these two billionaires actually running identical con games? The evidence Carville laid out is pretty darn convincing, and I'm about to break down exactly why Trump is so desperate to shut this conversation down. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. So what's this crawfish boil gone wild thing Carville was talking about? Let me tell you, it's not just some random Louisiana food reference he pulled out of his gumbo pot. When James Carville compared Trump and Musk to a crawfish boil gone wild, he was painting the perfect picture of calculated chaos. If you've ever been to a crawfish boil, you know it's loud, messy, and impossible to focus on any one thing. There's spicy water splashing everywhere, people yelling over each other, and enough confusion to make your head spin. That's exactly what these two billionaires have perfected, the art of the constant distraction. While most political commentators treat Trump and Musk,
when he leaves, he's leaving a lot of stuff behind. It's all shit. It's all shit. And the damage that they have done to this country is incalculable. It just is. I actually think it's not even a good business decision, because, you know, when you hire a firm like that, I mean, you supposedly you're getting the best. You're certainly paying for like you're getting the best. And I love how predictable it is that Trump said.
There's totally separate problems with different playbooks. Carville spotted something hiding in plain sight that nobody else had picked up on. These guys aren't running different scams. They're basically using the same exact trick, just with different window dressing. Think about it. Trump's entire presidency wasn't just chaotic by accident. That non-stop fire hose of scandals, those inflammatory tweets at 3 a.m., the endless controversies, it's all by design. One day he's insulting a war hero, the next he's suggesting we inject bleach, and before you can process either, he's already onto some new outrage. It's exhausting by design, and what happens when everyone's exhausted? They stop paying attention to the things that really matter. Musk pulls the same tricks over at Twitter or X or whatever he's calling his $44 billion midlife crisis. This week, one day he's banning journalists who criticize him, the next he's making some wild policy change, then he's picking a fight with someone famous. It's whiplash by design, and in the middle of all this drama, both men quietly go about their actual business while nobody's looking. The genius of Carville's comparison is that he didn't need to scream or throw a tantrum. He just calmly laid out this pattern with his trademark Louisiana draw and clinical precision. There was something almost surgical about the way he dissected their tactics, and you could tell it hit a nerve, because both men did something completely out of character. After Carville's comments, they went silent. No angry tweets, no memes, no typo-filled rants. That's like seeing a fish decide not to swim, or Donald Trump pass up a chance to talk about himself, but it just doesn't happen. The source even pointed this out, noting, "We have a president silent, not a meme from Musk, not a meltdown from Trump," which, let's be honest, is weird. That silence speaks volumes. Why? Because Carville didn't just insult them, he exposed them. He pulled back the curtain on their whole act. What makes this especially damaging is how it cuts through their carefully crafted images. Trump wants to be seen as a tough-talking patriot fighting for the little guy, not as a chaos merchant who uses distraction to avoid accountability. Musk wants to be viewed as a tech genius and free speech warrior, not as a billionaire who creates constant drama to keep people from noticing what he's actually doing with his companies. The crawfish boil comparison strips away those pretenses and reveals the performance behind their personas. It's like catching a magician mid-trick. Once you see how the illusion works, you can't unsee it. Every time Trump starts a new controversy or must post some inflammatory meme, you'll think, oh right, crawfish boil tactic. And that's what makes these two billionaires so dangerous. They've mastered the art of making accountability impossible. How can you hold someone responsible when they've already moved on to the next outrage before you can process the current one? It's like trying to have a serious conversation with someone who keeps setting off firecrackers. By the time you recover from one loud bang, they're already lighting the next fuse. Those firecrackers aren't just covering up accountability, they're drowning out the sound of cash registers. While Americans are busy dodging metaphorical explosions, both billionaires are running identical money-making schemes with different packaging: the free speech warrior who can't handle criticism and the patriot whose products are made in China. Sound familiar? It's like watching twins trying to convince you they're not related while wearing the same outfit in different colors. Carville nailed something crucial about these two men. They're essentially selling empty boxes with really pretty wrapping paper. You order a revolution, and what arrives at your door? A whole lot of chaos with a receipt that somehow makes you feel special for being ripped off. And the wildest part, their followers keep coming back for more, convinced the next purchase will finally deliver on all those grand promises. Look at how Trump positions himself as America's greatest patriot while his merchandise empire operates largely overseas. Those iconic mega hats, check the tag, many were made